In this lecture, we will learn about covering indexes. So, what are covering indexes? Simply speaking, when we create a non-clustered index, if we also include other non-key columns in the index, then we have a covering index. If an index can provide all of the columns needed by a query, we usually say the index is covering the query. That's why we call this type of indexes covering indexes. There are many advantages of using covering indexes. Those advantages are mostly related to improving query performance. We can significantly improve the query performance because SQL Server can reduce the number of trips made to the storage, such as hard drive, to get the data required by the query. Let's see how we can create a covering index. In our example, we want to create a non-clustered covering index on the address table. The key column will be postal code. At the same time, we want to include 4 other non-key columns: address line 1, address line 2, city, and state province ID. The syntax is very straightforward. Create non-clustered index. We give the index a meaningful name. Remember, covering indexes can only be non-clustered. Then on person.address, person is the schema name, address is the table name. Then we list the key column postal code and also non-key columns we want to include in the index. This covering index could really improve query performance. Usually, when we look up an address by the postal code, we also want to see the complete address. That's the reason why covering indexes could significantly improve query performance, because all of the required column values will be retrieved from the storage, and SQL Server could significantly reduce the number of trips made to the storage to get the required data for the query. This concludes the brief lecture on covering indexes.